Hi, it's Robert, Crystal's husband with the Lilac House. Thank you for joining us. I love a good cleaning project. I like the sense of satisfaction you get from a good before and after. I have 3 cleaning projects that I would like to share with you today. I hope you enjoy them. We'll get right into them.
Alright, so this first video is of our shark vacuum. We got this about 7 years ago and it's been a really good vacuum. It's advertised as never losing suction, and I've found that to be true for the most part. It does tend to lose maybe a little suction when it gets really dirty, and that's when I know I need to clean it out. So generally I'll just start by taking off the canister and emptying it. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, okay, why are you gonna clean this all out when it's just gonna get dirty within the first use? And you're right, it will. But there's just something I like about the before and after of cleaning it, and I hope that it keeps it going longer. Look at all that nasty water. Yum. So, clean it out. I will usually do a little round of soapy water as well and shut the lids and swish it back and forth. I love the Blue Dawn. Anyways, it doesn't take really too long. We sped it up, but after I clean it out, I usually just open up both ends and then go and lay it outside in the grass to dry off. I may do a quick dry with a paper towel or a washcloth, a drying cloth, before I lay it down. But if it's a nice warm summer day, it'll dry off quick. Then I take out the filters underneath the canister, and that's really more rewarding. Anytime you squeeze all that nasty out, I'm always like, look at all that nasty that was in there. And then it just looks so much better after. And again, I use the Dawn Ultra Soap, and it really works well. Just to bind to the dirt particles and carry them away. You get a good before and after with it. And then, like the canister, I'll go and stick them outside and just let them dry. I don't always do this, but occasionally if I'm feeling like I just really need to clean it, I'll do a Clorox wipe or a wet paper towel and get the dirt out of the area where the filter sits. And part of me is like, I just cleaned the filter and I don't want to stick it back down in there where it's dirty, so I just quick wipe it out. Hair is always stuck in the bottom of the brush roller of the vacuum, especially if you got multiple girls in the house and the long hair just wraps up. Found that one of the quickest ways to clear that out is to use one of the sewing pick, cuts through the hair, and then you can just unroll it right off, and then frees up your brush roller a lot and allows it to more effectively pick up all that junk in your carpet. Look at that nasty. This actually isn't too bad. Sometimes it's a little worse. So kind of just another after you put your air filter or your filter back in and snap your canister back on, and it's good to go. But it cleans up pretty good, looks good after. Second clean with me is the shower curtain rod. So those are a few of the items I get ready to do it. This is one of those things where it's like over time you kind of just slowly see it get worse. And I always, every time I'm in the shower in the bathroom, I'm like, and I look at it, I'm like, I need to clean that. And then I don't. And then a month later, I'm like, I need to clean that. So eventually, I do a clean, and it's nice because it makes for a good before and after. Most of it's just rust from all the moisture and humidity from the shower. But I like to use a vinegar and either like a steel wool Scotch pad or tinfoil. I found tinfoil works well to clear off a lot of that rust that can be caked on. They stick and they just don't roll as well. And so I take all those off, put them in a Tupperware, and start soaking them in some vinegar water. I'll usually run a rag with vinegar water just over the holes once real quick, and then start scraping it with either that steel wool or, in this case, a wad of tinfoil. And it kind of just takes some elbow grease and time. So I kind of run over it a few times, and then you have to go back and do some spot cleanings. Other half is pretty bad. It's just one of those jobs that after you're done, you're like, that looks a lot better. And I hope that Crystal notices and is like, you cleaned the shower rods. And I think most of the time she does. Okay, most of the time I'm like, hey, come look what I did. Praise me. And then she's good at praising me and saying, oh, babe, you did a good job. I'm so proud of you. I say, thanks, Crystal. And then I do just a light spray of lubricant just on a rag and run that over the shower rods just to kind of prevent it from rusting as quickly, and then helping the shower curtain slide smoothly. These roller things that have been soaking, empty that out and set them out to dry. I can't really scrub them too well. You could probably use like a bristle and do that, but I find that just soaking them did quite a good job of removing most of the buildup and particles on them. I also used the WD-40 spray and sprayed the rolling shower curtain holders lightly before putting them back on. So the before and after, not quite new, but a lot shinier. The shower curtains rolled very smoothly. It was pretty nice. And last clean with me is our toaster oven. Another one that over time just kind of builds up, gets greasy, and a lot of food stuff. We'll often change just the bottom and replace the tinfoil on the bottom. But every once in a while it's nice to pull it all out and just give it a good deep clean. And I really like the before and after of the toaster oven. I think a big difference is just that glass front. If you can clean it up, and it almost makes it look brand new. Let's see how it goes. Take it out, emptied threw away the tinfoil with all the trash on it, and then I just like to work with it right in the sink. And I love magic erasers. I think they're so good for cleaning the tubs, glass. I just like magic erasers. And so I use magic eraser here to clean the front glass panel. And a big part of that glass is just buffing it when it's done. So a good buff with a towel or paper towel will really clear that up and let it shine. Tinfoil again for the wire rack. It gets a lot of caked on burnt food on it. So here I'm using a stool wool pad. And you just kind of have to go over each one and knock off all the nasty black hard stuff. And it's kind of the corners that were tricky to get. But with enough time and elbow grease, it really does shine up, almost like new. And then I use the stool wool again with our Dawn soap that we love, and just scrub the inside of the toaster oven to kind of knock off grease and kind of hit that heating panel. Rinse that off, let it dry well before you turn it back on. Use paper towels to dry it out and clean everything, and then put a new sheet of tin foil on the bottom rack, and then you have your before and after. I think it turned out pretty good. So there's just 3 clean with me's that really helped me to have that kind of sense of accomplishment. I really enjoyed doing it. I always enjoy a good cleaning project.
Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Let me know which video you found was most interesting, or which you thought was the best. Or if you have any tips for me on cleaning things that I've showed today. Remember, you are loved, and it is good to be good.